Welcome, my friends. We are back. Another great American craft beer review with Kyle. Happy Thursday, volleyball day, 75 degrees and sunny. Life is good again, folks. For our sampling pleasures and tasting delights today, and this is a rare treat. This is something you don't see often. It's from the Great Lakes Brewing Company. It's a new beer they produced. This is the Great Lakes Brewing Company, Cleveland, Ohio. This is the Cloud Cutter Ale. Look at this, folks, the Cloud Cutter Ale. It says bursts of juicy citrus zip across friendly, lightly filtered wheat skies in our flying tribute to the historic Cleveland air races. It says enjoyed by 6/1 of 18. Plenty of time for this. These ales do go bad quick, so he's got 3 months on this. Perfect. Well, no. Man, I wouldn't say, man, a little less than 2 months, but we're in good shape. Described as just an ale. Checks in at 5.1%. Not terrible. The IBUs are 40. This is a pale ale. Ferdinand, who I love, we were talking about it. He said it's similar to a a gumball head of Three Floyds and a similar base. The citrusy and really, it's a pale ale. 5.1. Glad to try something new from Great Lakes. Let's get it going. Like I said, they don't do much new, and that's kind of one of those things. Hopefully, it's decent. They did have a couple of beers in that pack last year. I hope it's better than Oats McDonald. I remember when I first started doing the beers. Our 30th anniversary. It's hard to believe, 30 years. 1988. So maybe this was in honor of that. That's the thing with Great Lakes. I've had 2 pale ales in them, and the Burning River was great. It's their classic, their flagship. It's more of a maltier pale ale, and it's a great beer. And then they did the Oats McDonald, which was more the citrus hops, and I didn't think that was great. I mean, it wasn't awful, but it just didn't do anything for me. So let's hope this one can get it done. The Cloud Cutter, the ale, the Great Lakes. Again, one thing about Great Lakes is the consistency of their beers that they produce, and also the price. And people can say, well, you get what you pay for, but if I know what I'm getting with a $9 6-pack of Great Lakes of 6% beer, or I'm going to try a bomber that has some adjuncts, it's $15 for 22 ounces of beer. But I don't know. Not knocking either way. I feel like the safe bet is to go with something you know you're going to get and you know it's consistent. There's the color. It almost pours. Tell you what, it almost pours like a Miller Lite Budweiser. Very, very light, golden, crisp. Looks like a great beer. Look at the carbonation. It looks like a kick-ass beer. Get some aroma here. Definitely getting, smells like an IPA. I'm getting a Citra bomb in this. Definitely citrus. Yeah, a lot of citrus. And probably some tropical fruits as well. Nice kind of light golden crisp colors, some nice heads, and good carbonation. Presentation-wise, it looks fantastic. I can tell you right now, some really, really lively carbonated, a nice amount of head on that. It's going to stick around. Let's thank the brewers of Great Lakes. Always been a favorite of mine. I do wish they would do more new things, and they don't get wild, that's for sure. And, you can't fault them for it. On the second hand, though, I do wish they would innovate and brainstorm a bit. But let's try this Cloud Cutter. Let's think good thoughts and thank the brewers of Great Lakes. Cheers. Yeah. Nothing special here, folks. And I don't want to knock Great Lakes. This is just not... There's just not a whole lot to this beer. It's going to be similar to the Oats McDonald, in my opinion. Some good citrus notes. A nice, smooth, bitter finish. The IBUs are 40. I failed to mention that. But this is kind of the thing with Great Lakes, though. For this being a new beer that they wanted to produce, I'm expecting more. And I'm not knocking the beer. I think it's an average pale ale. Again, this is nothing, I'm not knocking the beer. This can, man, mine's back. I think Sierra Nevada's pale ale is better than this. One more sip here. Yeah, just not crazy about it. I think it's a good beer. So it's a craft beer. I mean, look at the lacing. Lovely lacing there. Side of the glass. Some carbonate. It's a crafted beer. They did a good job with the craft. It's certainly above a Budweiser or a Miller Lite. But at the same time, for me, my taste buds, my palate's fresh. There's nothing wrong there today. I'm just not getting much. There's some citra notes with a little bit of hops on the back end, a little bit of malt. But again, similar to that Oats McDonald where it's just a basic pale ale. Yeah, is there anything wrong with it? No. But 30 other pale ales that I've tried that are probably better, sure. So I'm going to rate this a C+, and not Great Lakes best. And I don't know if this is true or not. I did have a buddy tell me that one of Great Lakes' top brewers left the company. This was like I want to say earlier this winter. He told me this around February, maybe late February, early March, about 6 weeks ago. Not sure if that's true or not. If that is, I can see a difference. This is, the Conway I tasted last week was awesome. I don't think that this is just not. Again, nothing really wrong with this beer, and you might like it if you like pale ales, citrus notes, but even the citrus, this doesn't really. And again, I think it's that malt that somebody was saying really uses all the cascade to balance and how that's more malt profile. And that's kind of usually what I like about Great Lakes, because they don't have the extreme hoppy bitter beers. But this one, you just don't get a ton of flavor. I mean, not saying the beer's flat or it's not crafted, but it's not for me. I don't want to be a dick. I'll finish this. Got a couple other ones we're going to try. Not from Great Lakes, a couple other new releases, but disappointing in my opinion for Great Lakes. I love Great Lakes. I'm not going to not even question them, but they don't do new stuff often. They do a new beer every 2 or 3 years. And when I saw this, I was like, I like citrus beers. And guy, Jungle Jim again, Ferd said it was like a gumball head. And I can tell you what, it's not even 1/10 of what gumball is. I'm going to give this one I said a C+. It's above a Bud or a Bud Light. But that's really about it, folks, an average pale ale. So, unfortunately, I got to go with a no on Great Lakes on this one. But cheers, everybody, and we'll see you guys soon. Cheers.